I picked this one out specifically for you because when we did our trope versus trope, you said you love the bodyguard trope. So when I saw this, I was like, Cheli's gonna eat this one up. She's gonna devour this. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I don't know if you know this about me. Oh, and because what we're talking about is Spanish, so a little bilingual.
Español.
Yeah. Oh my God. Spanish. Algunas veces. Sometimes. I feel like I may say things that I don't always mean.
Oh my God. I've been saying this from the very beginning. I've been saying this. You don't listen to me.
And I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever told me. I just like ignored what you just said. I don't think anyone's ever told me this.
I have. Many times.
But it's because I'm such an emotionally driven person. I can go from like...
I am too.
There's different ways to be so emotionally driven.
We're in different wavelengths.
Yeah, but also the same wavelength, which is crazy. But I feel like for me, when I'm super into something, it becomes my whole life.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. I can confirm.
And then when I hate something, I will hate it so strongly.
Yeah. But also something becomes your whole life. And then once you're out of that, you're like, whatever.
Whatever. It didn't matter to me. But then I get a little inkling reminding me and I'm back in.
Yeah.
I was never gone. Mm-hmm. That being said, the bodyguard trope, I do really like it. But then I realized, hey, it could be done wrong.
Yeah.
It could be done wrong. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad we're going to talk about the wrong way to do it today.
What do you mean? It was so beautiful.
Oh, you're so right.
Mala Influencia was a Wattpad?
Yes, original Wattpad story.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. I've read good fan fiction out there. Why aren't any of those movies? Thoughts?
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
It makes me sad because there were some I remember reading where I was alone in my room just going through my phone and like, is anyone getting this? Mm-hmm. This is gold.
And they weren't getting it.
They weren't getting it. It makes me so sad. I don't know who is working on the higher ups at freaking Netflix. Like, this is the one.
I think it depends on how many viewers or what is it? Kudos?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Upvotes. I think that's what it depends on. So I'm sure that this one had many, many upvotes.
I think the thing that allows it to go through is maybe every single chapter ending in a fucking cliffhanger.
Oh, which is your favorite thing?
It's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's crazy because I could feel it in this story that we're going to talk about.
You know what
today.
I love? I love when we watch these movies that were originally Wattpad stories and I could like feel, oh, this is a fan fiction. Like, the way that everything is happening, I'm like, this is so fan fiction coded.
What are some specific fan fiction things that you know in these movies? I have one already.
It's the one where one of them is in the bed having a nightmare, screaming, crying, and then the other one runs in and is like, you good? It's like, can you sleep with me tonight?
Yes.
It happened in the Hunger Games, but I forgive the Hunger Games.
No, that was different.
That was different.
Okay, yes, that one. Another one is the girl best friend who is just so cool. She's so cool, very goth.
Yeah.
Just so like, oh, so unapproachable, so cool. That.
Because they're like a complete opposite of the main character who is usually very like virgin, very
and the
like,
complete
sweet girl.
And then it's always the have they been together? Mm-hmm. There's that. So that's two. One very rich, extremely rich, but for some reason humble.
Yeah. Also crazy. Very sweet. Yeah.
There's that. Mafia.
Yeah. Or
it's something like, I did something in the past. Mm-hmm. I have done something. You don't know me.
Like demons. Like you have
don't know the
inner
monsters
demons
in me.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just certain ways that things happen. Like it'll be like a full 180. And it's like, how did we get here? Did we need to get here? So, the answer is no.
Do you think I'm hoping it's dragging
What?
or loving? Do you think talking about Mala Influencia, the Netflix Wattpad original movie, can fix your life?
Yes, I do.
Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time, movie edition.
Wattpad edition.
I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
I've been dreading this.
Dude, this is your trope. You
It is.
love the bodyguard trope.
I do.
You've been saying this for a long time. So I mean, either recommend a good one or like, you know.
I just, the thing that gets to me is I watched this already in a delirious state. I was sick.
Oh yeah, you were sick and it was super late at night.
I had a fever. I had just finished watching Songbird. It was like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I'm just gonna
Power through.
Get it in one. And so I put this movie on. It's like 2 hours of my life. So I was watching this with like a fever and I was like,
Loving it?
yeah. It was a lot.
Did you watch it in Spanish?
Yes, I did watch it in Spanish. Did you?
I watched it in English.
Did it feel okay in English?
No.
Okay.
No. I would recommend in Spanish.
Okay. It was the type of Spanish, though. I don't know what type of Spanish it is, but it isn't like so easily. Like, I can't pick it up as easily.
Okay.
They speak it so fast.
Yeah.
And I'm fluent in Spanish. I swear que mi Spanish is muy bien.
Mi Spanish?
Mi Spanish is muy bien.
Es muy delicioso. Thank you.
Oh my God, look at us. Míranos.
You just reminded me of Dora. That's why I was like, and don't they love saying that?
Delicioso.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious.
Oh my gosh, Dora comes for us. Okay. So this story starts off with
The love interest.
oh yeah.
Aros?
Eros.
Eros?
Yeah.
And he is in prison. And then he gets released 3 months early because somebody is like, hey, I need you to take care of my daughter.
Hey.
My daughter, she's being targeted and I
Yeah.
love her so much. She's my only girl. I love her so much. I would die for her. Can you be her bodyguard?
So right off the bat, I don't know anything that's going on. So you're just gonna trust this guy that just came out of prison that by the way didn't even come out for good behavior. You got him out and you're like, no, just do it, it's fine. You guys are the same age. I don't know what you're capable of, just do it.
Oh dude, there was I forgot the dad's name, but there was even a scene when he was like, don't even think about it, like about falling in love with Reese, the girl. And I'm just thinking, like, are you serious? Like, they're like the same age. She's attractive. He's supposed to be attractive.
And if he cared so much, why are you never home? He's never home.
He's working.
Oh, I'm sorry. And
He's a working man.
I get the line too, the don't even think about it. But I hate that it was when you can clearly see that she was swimming and it was a shot of the backside of her. And I'm like, ew.
Oh, yeah,
you could have said this any other time. Why did you choose this moment
That's gross.
to say it right now? That's weird. Fathers. Okay.
That's also a very typical like fan fiction thing where it's like you just throw in one line and it's like no other context. Just like don't think about it and then leaves.
He could have chosen a female bodyguard. He could have done anything else. But okay, chose this guy straight out of prison. So Eros, is that a Greek god name? I feel like it is. When I heard that it was a Greek god name, I thought this was connected to the other story that we read or that we watched.
Through
Aries.
across.
Did we
across
only
my
watch
window.
the first one?
Yes, we talked about them.
All of them? I think we only saw the first one because
No, we did the second one. Because remember, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but something crazy happens.
Oh, yes. I do remember. There's a third one already. We'll get back to that.
We're going to definitely watch it. Let's be real.
I should not have. Okay, so Eros is working, and he's 4 years older, so he's no longer high school age.
Yeah.
But he has to go to high school with her. And immediately, she's not down for this idea at all. Like, she's very against it, which honestly, that made me feel like the whole stalker situation, because we don't know what it is yet. It made me feel like it was kind of small. So I was like, oh, that's probably why she doesn't want him around. It's not that big of a deal.
But what I thought was weird was the reaction of her classmates. Like they were making edits, they were photoshopping pictures of her and her bodyguard and like making fun of her. And I was just like, why does it matter that much? Don't you guys all have money?
And the thing is, it made it seem like she had absolutely no friends. Like there was no one in her side. But I don't think there's no way an entire class would band together to do that to you.
Yeah.
That's weird. And then everyone was on the side of her ex-boyfriend. He was trash.
He was so annoying. So yeah, that was the reason why a lot of people didn't like her, was because of her ex-boyfriend. Like she just broke up with him. And I guess people love him so much.
But like, can't they see? He's so disgusting.
Yeah, he is.
But anyway, I hated that scene. They're walking in and Eros is like holding his like arm, and he looks so shy and so uncomfortable, and it's like, ugh. That's a grown ass man. Like, I hated it because I don't know if it was supposed to be cutesy. Like,
I don't remember.
Wow, he can feel embarrassed too, and it's
Like
like
in when they're walking in the campus?
yes. Oh, it makes me feel so cringed out. Like I hate it. I hate it.
Looking at that point, but
I hated it so much. So he walks in with her and then is just always by her side and just kind of in the background, but always sketching. This boy's always drawing.
he's drawing, yeah. That's another thing. They always have like an artistic hobby, which
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, but I feel like that's so common in fan fiction.
Yes. A weird choice that they did with this one, though.
I know. Oh my God.
So let's get to the first big scene, I guess. It is the ex-boyfriend's birthday party.
Why would she go?
I don't know. And why did all the other friends go?
I don't know.
It's so gross. So they all... Oh, by the way, and the friends are the only ones that think that Eros is hot and are okay with it. And it's like... Hello?
They're the only ones. So at the party, they have like a PowerPoint night,
Yeah.
which I think is fun.
That's cute.
It's cute, but like you guys aren't that super close. Like they're not that close.
No, I can see you doing that with like a close group of friends.
Yeah, like if it's just like an intimate party, but there was a bunch of PowerPoints up. And so then the ex-boyfriend goes, and I forgot what the title of it was, but he was like,
It was something about women's beauty.
Yeah,
And like, how do you know if someone's attractive?
yeah, and so he was putting down Reese and calling her ugly because she's like friends with like plus size girl. I don't actually know.
It was like she was ugly more because like no one likes her. She's not popular.
No, like wasn't his point like you only think she's pretty because she's friends with these girls who aren't that good looking.
And then take my current girlfriend. She is really pretty and she's really popular and she's friends with all these people.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why it took this for Reese to be like, I'm out of here. And so we're all her friends. Why were they all invited?
Yeah.
Like if these people clearly hated each other, I don't understand why they're there.
I think maybe he invited her so that he could humiliate her.
Yep.
But then there was a scene when Reese kind of like goes up to him and tells him like you're stupid or something. And then the bodyguard, Eros goes up to them and tries to like, fight. I forgot his name. Fight the ex.
Yep. And punches him. Mm-hmm. And then they leave. And when they're leaving, Eros and Reese have a moment in the car where he's like, my mom died when I was super young. Yeah. And then she's like, actually, yeah, my mom. Stop it.
He's like, don't compare us.
Don't compare us. I'm nothing like you. I had no feelings towards this man. Nothing.
Okay. None?
I didn't care about him. I didn't care about this complex character. And it's so funny that they make him seem so brooding and stuff because he's not like that. Mm-hmm. I didn't care. I was so over this already.
I felt like they were both very flat characters.
Yes.
Because there was even a moment when he he leaves with his two friends. And, we forgot to mention, Reese is a ballerina, which, can I just say, I love that. I love the ballerina and bodyguard pairing, if it were done well, please send that to me. I really want it. But she's like, well, you're supposed to take me to ballet. And he tells her, you can figure it out. And then he leaves with his friends to vandalize a car.
Yeah.
But then Reese shows up from like Uber. Uber drops her off, I think. And then she just like helps him out. Like she also is vandalizing this. Oh, it's a motorcycle.
It's a motorcycle.
And then I think this is the first time they bring up that stupid line of like, you're a bad influence on me.
But it's Mala Influencia.
But like, honestly, what disappointed me the most was I expected the bad influence on her to be like her standing up to her bullies, like beating the shit out of all of them. Like that's what I wanted.
would have loved in the cafeteria.
Yeah, like
she breaks her spork and she's like, "Come at me!"
Like I wanted her to beat up these people. Like
you didn't get that.
I wanted that. Like I thought that was gonna be the bad influence. Vandalizing a motorcycle is so lame. I don't even understand why.
Oh, I'll bring that up later.
Like, what was the point of that? It's so stupid.
There is a point. There is a point.
Well, I guess I missed it.
Trust me, it's not good, but there was a point. So their relationship is really weird because there's tension between them.
Very early on,
but nothing's really happened between them. So I don't understand where this tension's coming from. Whatever. There's like a scene where she's like in her room and thinks about him. And I'm just like,
oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's so crazy.
That felt so random.
It did because like, it was also like she was finishing herself off with pictures of him, but literally like 16-bit, like super bad quality because she had to zoom in super far.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, what? What are you doing?
Why him?
There was no redeeming qualities in this guy. And I like how the dad would come the next day and be like, all you have to do is take my daughter to class and stuff.
And ballet.
Why? I don't understand why you don't have the working qualities.
Yeah. It's like, you got this man off of prison. Why did you pick him?
And we figure out that Reese's dad actually was in a program where like he would give Eros money.
Yeah.
And Eros was like, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see any of my childhood drawings at your house because I would like send him stuff. And they were pieces of art.
You're saying pieces of shit.
No, but like it's just like a weird connect. And that to me itself, I was like, what the heck type of program was this dad part of?
Yeah.
You just give money to kids? Well, I mean, that's charity. But like it felt like very random, like randomly placed, like give money to specifically this kid.
Yeah. It was like, just what? Him, right? It wasn't his friends?
No,
it was just him. Okay.
So it's weird. I did not like the friends either. His friends?
No, me neither.
So the girl...
Wait, we forgot to mention... This doesn't really matter. But the first time that Eros meets Reese, he saves her. Like, she's doing a ballet dance and then a light is about to fall on her. And he just, like, pushes her and then he runs away.
And you know what?
I thought that was so funny.
You know what? I think that was supposed to be an insta-love moment. But I thought that the movie handled it so bad because I thought it was going to be a big reveal. Like, that was me that night.
Yeah.
I thought it was always going to come back to Reese being like, oh, but it's never going to be like my mystery man. But it was literally the next morning. She's just eating oatmeal. It's like, oh, yeah, he was the one who saved you. Okay, so this is your bodyguard. And it's like, what?
And she's like, I don't need a bodyguard. I agree with you. I would have liked it if it would have been like, who's this mystery savior? But instead it was just like, no, it's this guy. Just right here.
His friends were horrible. So inconsiderate. I hated the point where they went to Reese's birthday party and they were just touching all her stuff. And that's always
playing with the guns.
That is always in fan fiction where you have the comedic relief friends and they're like, wow, rich people, let's just take everything. Let's just mess around. And it's like, do you not have common sense?
No.
Like, do you not see, like, you're really pointing a gun to your face right now? Like, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah. They were posing with the guns, but they were, like, pointing it at each other to take pictures.
And then the point where the friend, Peyton, which is Eros's best friend, she, as they're posing with the guns, takes one of them. And me not really understanding what was going on, I just felt like this is going to be blamed on him.
Yeah.
This is just going to... And she's going to be like, I'm sorry, I saw it and I liked it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's exactly where this is going, and I'm not a fan for it. So, was not feeling it.
He sucked as a bodyguard.
He really. But what did you think? He didn't go to school for this. He came straight out of jail. That's crazy that the dad was like, this is totally going to work. This is probably the best idea I've ever had.
So I'm very disappointed that he didn't do much bodyguarding. Like,
I wanted to see more of it. And you know, I love you so much. The freaking scene where he bodyguards once, like accidentally, was when the whole stalker situation. So there's been this person that's been giving Reese like very threatening letters, like, you're next, it's almost you. And she would get like baby teeth and stuff. And it was like,
That's
whoa,
weird.
it's weird. But then Eros is like, wow, she's really going through it. Everyone out of the party. Everyone leaves. I'm going to go take a walk. And then he walks around the house, opens this thing, drinks, and then finds a picture. Whoa, it's her parents. Whoa, it's my parents.
Our parents are together.
Wow, crazy. Hey, I found this picture. Can I kiss you? That's basically what happened. That's crazy.
No, literally, that is what happened.
Oh my God.
Just like that. Well, he kicks everyone out because she gets a rock thrown into her, or breaks her window or something, and she's freaking out. But yeah, I agree. Like, as soon as he finds this picture, the tension is just crazy between them. Oh. But it's like, girl, you were just scared 2 seconds ago.
And I hate it because they kiss, and then they go to each other's, like, their separate rooms, and then she texts him, like, that was a one-time thing. It can't happen again. And then he wrote, okay, winky face.
Yeah.
I'm like,
okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like I'm being attacked. Like, it's crazy. It makes me so angry.
From all ends.
Yes, I have nowhere to turn. So they have this weird, like, they stop hanging out for a while. It isn't until
don't they sleep together?
No, not yet. They go a really long time without talking to each other. And then he's going to a club, and she invites herself to go to this club. Mm-hmm. And then at the club, they figure out that they call him the Legend.
That's so stupid.
It turns out that they call him that because they assume that he killed his parents, which is like really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going to call someone that? And she was like, oh, yeah, that's really messed up.
But didn't they also call him the Legend because of his great performance in the bedroom?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think so, because they also talked about several women he hooked up with. Whatever. I don't care enough. But after that, him and Reese kind of build a friendship before they get into like a relationship. The first time, because they like kiss every once in a while, but the first time they sleep together, I think it's after he had already been fired as a bodyguard. Because the dad was like, wait, he actually doesn't know how to do his job, and he's kissing my daughter.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Because he was like, there are cameras everywhere. I see you've been kissing her.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think that I wouldn't think a 22-ish year old would try something with my now 18. They waited. 18-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm. I guess it's kind of my fault.
I guess I was bamboozled. I thought his credentials were
really they were really good. You would think.
You were in jail. I thought you could bodyguard.
And like, I know you weren't necessarily out, but I thought you'd be more like enthusiastic if I got you out. Who would have thought? So,
if you think about it, the dad's the real victim here.
Yes. I agree. No, I don't. Okay, so he gets fired, and she's thinking about him, missing him. And so she goes into his room and finds his sketchbook.
Oh my God, this was so dumb.
It was really dumb.
His sketchbook was basically about her and her dad. Like, and when it was making fun of her. Like, she was like crying because people were bullying her.
Yeah. And there was a page that they opened to, and it literally is just text. And it just says, destroyed the motorcycle, the person who killed my brother or who killed my mom or whatever. And it was like, excuse me, did you assume that someone was going to find this and just wrote incriminating evidence about yourself? Did you just put that? Did you put it as a plot point inside of a sketchbook? I hated that.
That he forgot.
Mm-hmm. And so then he feels like seeing her, but then when they see each other, she's like, I can't believe you drew that. And he was like, nah, Fue nada.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
That was before I knew you.
Fue nada. Esto es algo. It makes me so
This is something.
Speak Spanish. I do know how to speak Spanish. I'm kidding. Okay, but that's what he basically said that, and she was like, "You're right.
Yeah.
You're right." And so
they were like in the rain.
They go home and then they have sex. They make sweet love. That's crazy. It was so.
It was whatever.
I did not care for it because I really did not like him.
Yeah.
So now they're together, and there's a point where they're both sleeping on the bed, and Reese is going through her phone, and she sees that Peyton, which is Eros's friend, has a job at the school she goes to.
Yeah, she's like a cleaner.
Which is a big deal because Peyton said she didn't have a job.
Yeah.
Or she worked at a bar or something. So she's been lying. And she's been lying for around 4 years, which is how long this has been going on. Like the whole stalker thing. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's Peyton. Which is funny because that's not what my mind would have gotten to.
Yeah. Same. I'm like, okay, maybe she felt ashamed or something, you know?
So.
Because it's the school that she's attending, right?
Yes. But also, you can work anywhere.
Yeah. Like,
fine.
It doesn't matter.
So then Eros is like, that doesn't make any sense. And she's like, oh my gosh, you don't believe me.
And he's like brushing it off. He's just like, it's no big deal. I mean, I can ask her about it, but it's probably nothing.
So then when he goes home and asks Peyton is just kind of like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go out with a friend. Actually, I'm going to go out to work. Actually, I'm going to go to an event. And it's like, why are you being like this? And so she starts freaking out and hits him.
She like shoves him and he hits his head on like the counter and knocks him out.
Yes. And then you hear Reese knock.
Yeah, she's at the door.
So she starts freaking out the fact that Reese is there. But then, because Reese had called him before, Reese's dad shows up.
Oh God, this is another fanfiction thing. It's like everyone just shows up.
I don't understand. Because she was like, oh, I'm at Eros's house. We figured out who's stalking me. Okay, bye, Dad. How did...
I don't understand either. Like, it felt
confused.
so stupid. Like, how did he know where he... Oh, like, well, I mean, he did hire him, so maybe...
It was on his resume.
Maybe. But it just kind of felt so convenient. Like, oh, you just remember where this guy lives?
It's so weird. So he shows up, even though he was in the middle of his event, which Peyton was going to go to because she works at the school. So I was assuming she had to be there. I guess. I don't know why I assumed she was going because I hadn't connected anything yet. So it turns out that a long time ago,
Long ago.
Reese's dad used to own a restaurant, but they weren't following safety protocol.
Yeah.
And because of that, him, while he was being there and smoking, started a big fire that killed not only Peyton's family, but Eros's family as well. And then the dad was just kind of like, I didn't know. Like, I'm so sorry that happened. And so Peyton is ready to kill this man.
But that's why he got Eros out of jail, right? And that's why he was giving him money, and
he felt bad. But that was the only family he knew of that was affected by that. So, but he was never going to tell him. And so I was assuming that there was just going to be a big standoff and that Reese was going to be the one that's like, it's okay. It's okay, hermana.
Oh,
and I thought there was going to be something like that. I was like, there's no way someone's going to die right now. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
So
what I expected was Eros to bodyguard.
Finally, in his job, one tear from the dad's eye, he did it.
Literally, like, he did not really bodyguard much. So I was like, in this just final showdown, he is going to put his life on the line.
Yeah, he didn't really do a good job, did he?
No, he didn't.
Because when they're running away, he's out of there.
He's the first one?
I know. See you later, babe. I can't. So when they're running away, Peyton is running after them. And it's only like, the camera's only showing her. And so...
Oh, yeah. I was so confused by this.
So she shoots. And it's assumed that she shoots Eros. It looked like it.
Because he was the last one, wasn't he?
Not because he wanted to be. Trust me.
He
Don't get me.
He would have been the first one. Trust.
I can't. I love the idea of him just being the absolute opposite of a bodyguard.
Yeah. Putting them in danger.
He puts Reese in front. Don't shoot me.
Oh my god.
So cut to like it's fade to black.
A funeral. Right?
Fade to black. It's I don't remember, but I just know it's like a black screen and it's like a voice message from her friends. And it's like, hey,
oh, it's Reese she had done like a recital or something.
Yes.
Or like a tryout? What is it?
An audition.
Audition, thank you. And she got like into a school.
But before that.
But this was the last scene, no? Like
before that. It's the audio notes.
But she's listening to it in the...
The audition happens before because she says something to her dad and then she sends one to Eros. So it's like her friends basically saying like, hey, I heard what happened. Like, it's been a while since we heard from you, but it'd be nice. Like, I would love to hang out, would love to catch up, would love to be there for you.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, wow, they finally show up from out of the woods. All of a sudden you read something on the news and now you care about your friend.
Yeah.
So that's happening. And then it shows Reese and she's just like, hey dad, like I miss you, and you know I
got into so and so.
I forgive whatever happened. I think she does forgive it, and then she's like, and yeah, I got into the dance academy, and then immediately after it's one to Eros, and it's like, oh my god, I got into the dance academy, and then it cuts to that. So I think the audition did happen, and then it did the voice notes, and then it's her being there, and all I know is that at the end. At the very end,
Eros shows up and like picks her up.
Yeah, dances with her.
Spins her around.
And there's like romantic music.
Yeah.
And I think there's a scene where they're both sitting next to each other, like by the ocean. Mm-hmm. Like before that, there's like a scene. And they're just like, it's only us. We've only got each other. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah.
And that's romance.
The end.
So I can tell from the beginning of this episode you were so excited to talk about this.
I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, I feel a little conflicted because...
You loved it so much.
No. Most of the time when we watch movies like this... The guys are normally very toxic. Like, for example, in After, when Hardin and Tessa break up every other chapter. So I was happy that Eros wasn't necessarily toxic. He was just not... How do I say this? Memorable. He wasn't that great. You know, you thought he was toxic? You look like you're about to say, I disagree.
I'm listening.
I don't think he was toxic towards her, at least. Like, he wasn't, like, mean. It was just the drawing where it was, like, a little, you didn't need to do that, okay?
Yeah. He kind of reminds me of when President Snow in Songbird said, I hate people. That's the thing I hate the most.
Oh, yeah,
He gave me that vibe. He was someone who didn't like people. Mm-hmm. It's funny to me because I think even the author, when they were writing this, was like, how do I make him more likable? And they threw in this random like, oh yeah, he visits this little kid that's the brother of his friend, Simon. They visit him. That's so likable. And it's like, you know, he has to do stuff, right? Like he has to, maybe bodyguard, that's like an example of something he could do.
That's the bare minimum. I mean, that's what he was hired to do. So I was disappointed because I like I said, I like this idea of a bodyguard and a ballerina. So I wanted more action. I mean, the poster looked like, oh, this is going to be an action movie. Mm-hmm. So I was disappointed that it was so boring. Like nothing happened for him to bodyguard her. And there was even a scene when they thought that it was her ex who was stalking her. So they broke into his room, and I don't know what they were looking for. I already forgot. But then they hid in the closet, and then the ex is in there with his new girlfriend, and they're like about to hook up. But then Reese makes a noise in the closet, and then when he opens the door, she like hits him where it hurts. So it's like she had these moments of, oh, I'm finally gonna be brave and just be a little violent, a little crazy. But it's like it wasn't satisfactory to me. Like if she was gonna be crazy, I want her to be crazy.
I
It was like breadcrumbs, very minimal. And then I hated how when they finally kind of accepted that they were falling for each other, it was at a moment when it didn't feel like this is an appropriate time for you guys to kiss each other for the first time.
And I mean, it's nothing against the actors either, but I feel like it didn't even seem like they had on-screen chemistry. Like it didn't fit, and he looked too old to be playing a high schooler.
Yeah.
Like I didn't agree with that.
Well, he was supposed to be only 22, and he did feel like he was way older.
He looked like he was 25. No, 28. He looked 28.
Yeah.
And been through shit. But had never bodyguarded in his life.
Which is unfortunate. He should have been an actual bodyguard.
And the whole thing about Reese's dad passing, it was weird to me how quickly she just kind of got over it.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of sad. Like, she just lost him. Like, she doesn't have anybody now.
She doesn't.
She just has this not so great bodyguard.
And what happens with the money aspect of this?
I mean, it's probably all under her. There's nobody else.
She has no idea what he does. I don't know what he does. Like,
host events? I don't know.
That's crazy. I don't get it. And I don't get how after all this happened, you're still kind of dancing. You're not taking like a moment to figure out like, okay, I'm orphaned now. What do I do with my money? Like, what do I do with my life?
Well, she's a ballerina. She's got to dance. I feel like I would have expected her to take a break from ballet, but it like the dad was killed by Peyton, and then it just jumped to her getting the dance academy position, and it's like
even the future between Eros and Reese seems shaky. Like, I don't know what's going to happen after this, but he's going to have to be really patient with you because there's going to be a lot of changes in your life.
Yeah.
But we won't know any of that.
I mean, I don't really want to know. I'm okay.
I just want to know what he's bringing to the table.
That's so funny. I hate when guys say that. What does she bring to the table?
I know, but
my personality?
Great. He didn't even have that. He didn't even have that. This does not know how to bodyguard. Ran first. He ran first. Okay.
Also, the fact that his friend Peyton pushed him and was able to knock him out kind of gave me the ick.
You couldn't?
Like, if
bodyguard for once?
He felt so fragile to me.
He did.
And it's like, that's not what I want for my girl Reese. She needs a strong man who can bodyguard.
Nothing in his life seems... Nothing about him seems really redeemable. Nothing about his life seems stable. So he's already not in a great position, and she's not going to be in a great position for a while. And they're just going to be together. They were at the beach. I would not be at the beach right now.
With this man.
That's crazy.
Why was he in jail in the beginning?
He was a con artist.
Oh.
That's all it said. Don't know what he was doing. And he was saying that he had never had a real job before. So they were like saying, yeah, if I ever worked at McDonald's, that would be amazing.
Okay, well.
I don't care.
I don't want Reese to have to deal with this man.
Nene, I'm already tired. I'm
exhausted for her.
I could already see. Because all he brings is just like the fact that she's sexually attracted to him.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all he brings to the table. He never really asks about her. He drew these horrible pictures of her.
Yeah.
If someone drew that of me and was like, it's nothing, babe, we're something, though. I'm sorry. I'm going to go bury myself. Like, that's crazy that you said that.
Yeah, that's gross. But I feel like, okay, he didn't know her, but what were the recent... Why did he draw anything beautiful recently?
I was expecting all these things and him being like, but did you see the last page? No, I don't want to
It's like
talk
her
to you.
in like...
Yes.
Well, I don't know any ballerina terms.
Exactly. Like, I wish there was that, like, and her going like, oh my God, he loves me. No.
That would have been so cute. Like if she's like turning the sketches and it's like he hates her here. He's tolerating her. He's in love with her here.
He did one of those things where you flip the pages and it moves.
Flipperama.
Yeah. Oh my God. A flipperama. Oh my gosh. Captain Underpants is quaking. That's crazy.
I would have loved that. So yeah, I just feel like this was very lacking. Like I wanted so much out of this movie, especially because I know how much you love bodyguard trope. But
so that being said, like 5 out of 5, obviously.
I wish. I really wish.
I give this a 1 only for the fact that I watched it. 1 out of 5.
Same.
This was such a bad movie.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
If I could give it lower, I would give it lower.
I feel like I would have been better from my illness had I not watched that movie.
Had you just fallen asleep?
Had I fallen asleep and rested. But here I am, living proof that movie sucked.
Yeah, I really did. But again, if anyone knows any really good bodyguard books.
I thought you were going to end it there. So we're looking for a bodyguard. Oh my God, they come.
They're like, me. I'm ready. Here's my credentials.
1 out of 5 for you two?
Yes. 0.25.
Let's just let it go. To anyone listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave us a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read, that would be amazing.
If you're looking for a way to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you're not looking for something that's monthly, we do also have Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
And if you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. If you wanted to support our social media or join our book clubs on Fable and Goodreads, because our book of the month is A Great Big Beautiful Life.
Great Big Beautiful Life.
By Emily Henry. You can find everything to join that on our link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. You know what's funny? We say that every single time, and I go into like this weird state where I'm no longer the driver, but the passenger in my mind.
You're like on autopilot, yes. And I love it.
But you are too, because then when you talk, I feel myself turn and just like dead stare at Hello Kitty right here.
You're just like...
Anyway, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I saw you when I was saying my part. You were like, there's a rhythm to it.
I love it though. We were both just like in the zone. The other one can finally just like turn
off for a second.
Turns off.
Yeah, I was watching their episode. It was weird. Yajaira just kind of shut off.
Dude, oh my God, not to go on a tangent, but you know those videos where they go like there's a conspiracy theory of like reptile people.
Conspiracy. Just kidding.
No. Where it's like you see these videos of celebrities where they just like stand still for like 10 minutes.
A while, and it's like concerning. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like,
they're disassociated.
I get it.
That's me right now.
I'm gone for a bit.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
That being said, we're starting a new podcast.
I know.
All about conspiracies. I'm just kidding.
I mean, never say never. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Let's try. I know. I'm just. We let this run for 10 minutes.
We should do it at the same time so I can clip it.
I can't do it because now we're expecting it. Let the music play. Okay, let the music play. Turn it, like slowly start turning it down. I can't do it. I just need to stare at Hello Kitty because if I do,
Hello Kitty, who do I stare?
She's like staring into me.
I can't do it.
And 10 minutes of that.
This is like you know how you can see on YouTube the spike when everyone's watching?
Yeah, this is
the spike.
This is the spike. It's like, I just wanted to see.
Just wanted to see no disassociate.
Oh my God, we fall into the conspiracy theory of like lizard people.
Oh my God. Wait. Tune in next time.